Lord, baby Jesus. I'm gonna give you this snack. You not gonna eat the pasta, bro? What are you gonna eat, bro? When are you gonna eat that? Toma, come here. Come here. Whew. Come here. Oh way, bro. No way we didn't take it off. No way. Just no way. Dry up, they dry up. Chaloca, you smell so good now. Oh, a ver. They don't like that. They don't like this smell. The pulgas don't like this. You're gonna feel better, I promise. Good girl, good girl. To, to. Whenever you want, okay?
bing, bada boom.
It's probably one of the worst relationships in Hollywood history. I mean, who are we to judge? But we're going to judge this relationship because the whole setup of it is very odd. You have Mia Farrow. She's this famous actress. She starred as Rosemary in Rosemary's Baby back in the 60s. She's dating this guy who is also in Hollywood. And in the span of dating for 12 years, they end up making 13 movies together. But it's interesting because there are all these tabloid rumors. Why are they not getting married? How come they never got married? How come they never even lived together? They never even move in together in the span of 12 years? Which power to them if that's not the life that they want. But people are on the side just trying to grasp, how is this relationship working? Especially because Mia Farrow, the actress, she has 6 children of her own. Some of them come from her previous relationship. They're her biological kids. Other children, she's adopted them. But Woody, her boyfriend, filmmaker, is very firm from the get-go. I have no interest in co-parenting. I don't want to co-parent your kids. I don't want to be involved in your kids' lives. I don't want to financially support them. I don't want to emotionally support them. I just don't see myself as a father like that. Maybe he just doesn't like kids. At least in the very beginning, that's what people are thinking. But then they end up having a son together. Ronan Farrow, who's a Pulitzer Prize-winning journalist now. Amazing, okay? But they have him, and eventually Woody does end up adopting 2 of Mia Farrow's children. Perhaps he comes around on not wanting to have children, and he becomes slowly more integrated into at least 3 of the kids' lives. A year after Woody adopts 2 of Mia's kids, so they have a son, and then he adopts 2 of her kids, Mia goes over to Woody's apartment one day, because remember, they don't live together, and she finds a stack of pictures, just graphic pictures. She's saying they wouldn't even put these on Playboy. They're like Hustler magazine pictures. So they're very raunchy, I guess is the word. Just really, really pictures of another woman who is clearly very young, about 21 years old. Woody's in his 50s. And the pictures are very clear. These are not cutouts of a magazine. They're not printed out. They're Polaroids. So Woody probably took these pictures. Woody Allen is cheating on his long-term girlfriend, Mia Farrow, which is already devastating enough, but Mia is doing triple takes on these pictures because it is not just a random girl that he met on set or a random woman that he walked by on the street that developed some sort of chemistry with. This girl in the picture is her own adopted daughter from Korea, Soon-yi.
Wait, this is Mia's kid or?
Mia's adopted daughter that she's had prior to Woody Allen.
Uh-huh.
And now she's seeing her adopted daughter in Woody Allen's apartment with these very graphic photos that are, he is cheating on her with her own daughter.
Is this one of the daughter that he adopted?
No.
Okay. So this is the one that he didn't adopt.
Yes, but it's still her daughter.
Yeah.
This is the case of Woody Allen and Mia Farrow that I could probably do a whole 2-part series separate from this one on. And Woody Allen's adopted daughter, the one that he does in fact adopt from Mia's clan of children, Dylan, goes on to accuse Woody Allen of SA when she was a kid. So with all of this, Mia breaks up with Woody. He and Mia's adopted daughter from Korea, Soon-yi, ends up getting married to Woody Allen. So suddenly this guy who doesn't want to get married is getting married to his ex-girlfriend's daughter. Woody claims that Mia convinced their other kid, Dylan, to lie about Woody essaying her to get back at him for cheating on her with her own daughter. But she claims Soon-yi is 21. I mean, it's not like she's a minor, but she would have been 11 when Woody Allen came into her life. When Mia and Woody Allen start dating, Soon-yi would have been 11. You're telling the world that you did not groom this little girl to any degree and then cheat on your own girlfriend with her own daughter, if you can even use the word cheat in this scenario? Woody's explanation in all of this is, I'm not Soon-yi's father. I'm not her stepfather. I've never even lived with Mia. I've never even slept at Mia's apartment. I never even used to go there until my own children came along. I was not a father to her or to any of her adopted kids.
This weapon is enhanced.
Got an enhanced weapon. Ready to use it.
We're close to the ring. We have 1 minute.
tracker?
Found an amp here.
Tracker out and scanning for enemies. I added the enemy's position to your map. Non c'è di che.
Rings around the corner. Pay left.
Evo harvesters are now available.
Optics here. Close range.
A useful tool.
Warning.
Standard stock here. Level 3.
Get going. A useful tool.
Sending out the tracker dart. Enemy locations are on your map. Stick with me. I always find my mark. This weapon is somehow even more beautiful than before.
A care package has touched down over there. Extra supplies here. Firepower is key. A care package has touched down over there.
Survey beacon there. You can get almost as much intel as I give you. Tracker out. Scanning for enemies. Tracker out and scanning for enemies. Setting a tracker. Dropping a tracker. Enemy locations are on your map. Stick with me. I always find my mark. An upgrade for me?
Recharging shields.
Attack here, andiamo. Come on, go here. Tracker dart out. Tracker out and scanning for enemies.
Contact with outside. Found.
Recharging my shields. Grenade.
Reloading.
Recharging my shields. Checking an Arcstar. Bullseye. Killed an opponent. Party arrived. They're shooting at me.
Phase tear. Use it.
I'm recharging my shields.
Champion has proved unworthy.
It's in any sense of the word. There's no downside of it. The only thing unusual is that she is Mia's daughter, but she is an adopted daughter and a grown woman. I could have met her at a party or something. Woody was 56 and Soon-Yi was 21. He's 35 years older, and they're still together to this day. And they're doubling down that nothing is wrong with their relationship. Soon-Yi even releases her own statement saying, I admit that it's offbeat, but let's not get hysterical. I'm not an R-word underage flower that was R-worded, molested, and spoiled by some evil stepfather. Not even by a long shot. This is one of the most controversial relationships in Hollywood. It's just very strange and alarming that Woody tries to reason that he absolutely did not groom this little girl because he was never a father figure. Kind of makes it all that more disgusting. You met her when she was 11 and you didn't feel a paternal relationship with her, then what kind of feelings did you have towards her? The Woody Allen and Mia Farrow situation has its own 4-part documentary, countless articles on what the truth is, what each side is saying, but it's not really something that the normal person thinks about. I might have times when I'm reminded of it and I just sit there and I go, oh my God, that was a crazy situation and the new documentary just came out, but I don't think about it on a day-to-day basis. I mean, you're not supposed to. It's weird. Unless you're Jennifer Soto.
What?
She just has this feeling, this gut feeling, biggest fear in the world, that would just pop up into her mind like an intrusive thought. She's a single mom in Florida with a young daughter, and when she finally gets into a serious long-term relationship, she says her biggest fear was being Woody Allen. Jennifer tells her boyfriend Stefan that this is her biggest fear. Please, don't leave me and date my daughter.
What? So she previously mentioned that she has no idea, but now she's saying my biggest fear is you're gonna leave me for my daughter.
Woody Allen me, groom my daughter.
I've always told him that my biggest fear is that this would turn into a Woody Allen situation where the stepdaughter or the dad grooms the child and the child then turns 18 and ends up running away with him. I told him like that was my biggest fear and I don't ever want that happening. Like, you can't do that to me. Like,
why would you say that to him?
Because I never trusted. I grew up being told never trust a man. My mom put that in my body. Never trust a man.
7 years later, Jennifer will be shown photos of Stefan abusing her daughter, Maddie. And now, Maddie is missing, presumed dead, and Jennifer, at least briefly, stands by her man. This is the case of Madeline Soto. A few disclaimers for today's case. There's heavy mentions and themes of CSAM, otherwise formerly known as CP, CA, CSA, SA, and potential familial incest. There's quite a few mentions of these themes throughout.
Got one spotted. Lucky us. We're already inside this next ring.
I'm under fire. I've been downed. Unacceptable.
I'm the gunmaster. Tracker set and ready to gather intel.
Blood.
Opponent found and tracked.
Respawn beacon deployed for whoever.
I'm gonna keep my eye on this zone. Frag out. Tracker in place. Enemy locations are on your map. Looking at that. We have them. Got another squad in the fight. Time to move this way.
Move that way. Shots fired and they're hitting me. Throwing our
Evo
stuff.
harvesters are now available.
Let's go here.
Reload.
In progress.
Good news. We're already in the next ring.
Let's move that way.
We should see what's up over here. Replicator there. Stock up. Better safe than sorry.
Let's go here.
Attention. Delivering care package.
Setting a tracker. Un momento, por favor. Enemy locations are on your map. Stick with me. I always find my mark. Tracker in place. Getting shot at. Ah, I'm recharging my shields.
Let's go over there.
Healing. Watch out, enemy here. Snatched our teammate's banner. New level?
Secure,
Upgrade.
secure.
A what? Getting shot at.
Pop it and just take it down. GG's.
I'm recharging my
Come
shields.
on, pop it and just take it down. Stop.
Now that is how. Un momento. Gotta heal. Watch out, enemy here. I'm recharging my shields. They're shooting at me. Firing.
This entire episode, so please, if it's too much, take a break, get some air, and I'll see you in the next one. Charges have been pressed in this case. Lots of charges, over 60 charges. But unfortunately and legally, there has yet to be a trial. So everyone is innocent until proven guilty in the eyes of the law, I guess. But we are all entitled to our own personal opinions. This is also a two-part case. If you haven't already watched part one, please go watch that. I'm going to link that below. But I'm going to try to keep it as thorough as possible. I watched 20 plus hours of interview footage. There's audio interviews, interrogation footage, over 1,000 pages of court documents. This case has just been releasing non-stop paperwork all the time. There has just been no way to condense it down into one. So in part one, we focused on Maddie going missing, what happened the day that she disappeared, and all of the weird actions of Jennifer Soto, her own mother. Because right when she reports Maddie missing, there's so many weird things. The police are like, "Where have you looked for Maddie?" And she's like, "Nowhere. I've been at home protecting my mental health." It's just, everything about the mother is odd. Then in part two, this episode, we're gonna focus on Stefan Stearns, the boyfriend of Jennifer Soto, and all the conspiracies that are tied to what happened, why. There's allegations of a massive CSAM ring that's operating on Telegram. There's allegations of pregnancy. There's a lot happening. So with that being said, let's get started. There was a trend on TikTok, going through your boyfriend's text messages, going through your boyfriend's DMs. That's child's play. The big account that you want to find and go through is your boyfriend's Reddit account. If a man has a Reddit account, do you really know who the man is if you don't go through his Reddit history? That was the sentiment on TikTok. People are giving tips. This is how you find your partner's Reddit username. What kinds of subreddits to look out for? What kinds of subreddits are Reddit pages undercover that are just misogynistic cesspools of incels jerking each other off? People were posting, be careful though. Actually, don't go through your boyfriend's Reddit, because once you see it, you can never go back. One woman who found her boyfriend's Reddit account says, while we were in the talking and getting to know each other phase, he was using Reddit to hook up with random women. I found comments that he posted on other women's naked photos, requests to join glory hole encounters, and overall just a lot of things that I never imagined he would participate in or be interested in. We've been together for a year and a half now, and I'm just confused on everything that I've learned. I genuinely don't know this person, and I don't know what to do. Do I let this go because we weren't together at that point, or do I confront him and tell him how upsetting it was to see those posts? What am I supposed to do? Another woman posts asking for advice because her boyfriend is glued
Like
to
an
his phone.
arrow.
I mean, he likes to keep himself updated. That's what he says.
Beginning ring countdown.
There's a marker there in the distance. Sending out the tracker dart. Got an in. Tracker dart out.
Ring is in close proximity. results.
Hold on, recharging shields.
We're near the ring. Record scanning.
First blood.
Target scanned and tracked.
New kill leader appointed.
Ring closing in 10.
Attention. Hero harvesters are online.
Hold on.
An independent variable.
The enemy shield is broken.
Progress.
There limits me.
Vediamo. Get in the ring. The enemy shield is broken.
I have shattered its subject. I still see it.
Opening a gate. That whole squad fell like dominoes. Hitler saying
Tracker in place.
Deploying a variable.
Recharging my. Revive.
Shields are recharging.
Bullseye. Enemy tracked.
Administering medical aid. Spotted one.
Hold on. Recharging shields.
The news, the random popular posts, that's what he likes to see on Reddit. She goes through his Reddit search history. It's just all NSFW, not safe for work. New random girls that are dancing sensually, and now she doesn't know what to do. So a lot of word of advice from partners is when you open up that Reddit account, just know there is no going back. Whether that be good or bad, you can never unsee it. If you were to go through Sustanet's Reddit account, that's the account name, Sustanet, which is the Latin word for support. You would really have to dig through hundreds, and I know this because I dug through every single post and comment, probably more so thousands of posts and comments to figure out if there is anything alarming.
Wait, is that a Reddit handle or is that a community?
A Reddit handle,
Oh,
one
okay.
person's Reddit account. That's their handle. And you can go through their history and see all of the different posts that they made across all the subreddits. So anything they've ever posted, commented, you're gonna see it under their account. And you can just go through their history and see their evolution as a developing human being, I guess. And I went through so much. I went through the entire history of Sustanet's Reddit. 98% of his Reddit posts are on board game subreddits, or r/Disney, r/Tamagotchi. You know what Tamagotchi is? It's like the little keychains, and they have a pet that you take care of. Sometimes it's black and white, sometimes it's color, but it's just a keychain.
The digital pet.
Yes, a digital pet, and you feed it, and then it could die, and then you have to rebirth it, I
Those
guess.
are still around?
He collects vintage ones. He actually spends quite a bit of money. I was trying to figure out the prices because he'll post rare Tamagotchi that he purchases, and I was like, okay, well, now I need to know how much this is. I'm going through the Tamagotchi rabbit hole. Hundreds of dollars for just a keychain with a pet in there. Some of
Is
them,
he feeding them?
he's feeding them. He's buying supplemental stuff. He will walk around with them on his belt, just keychains to his body. I mean, it's a niche hobby. I respect it. The hobby itself, of course. Now, 98% of his posts are about Tamagotchi. It's the other 2% of his posts that are interesting. If you were to be dating Sustanet, you would want to go through that 2%. He likes to comment answers to people's Reddit, like ask Reddit questions. If you were a serial killer, who would be your victim? Sustanet comments. People who drive down the shoulder of the road during traffic jams. People who refuse to let others murder.
Thanks for sneaking with me.
taking a ride through the voice exit.
I am operating coordinates.
Dropping in. Enemy hit.
Barrel stabilizer here.
Wait.
Reloading.
Extended heavy mag here. Gold tier.
I'm going here. Come on. Setting a tracker. Un momento, per favore.
Ultimate good to go. Gonna fallback plan in place.
Amp
Frag
here.
grenade here.
A useful addition to our tools.
Frag grenade here.
Tracker scanning. Tracker dart out. Tracker out and scanning for enemies. Ooh, got a care package dropping. Need to find more ammo if I want to keep shooting, and I do. Tracker out and scanning for enemies. We can scout that. Actually, never mind.
My beautiful void nexus is no more.
Spotted one.
White care package over there.
Replicator being delivered.
Replicator coming down. Breaking through at the gate.
1 minute until the nearby ring closes.
Backpack, here. Level 3. Got an amp here. Dropping a tracker.
My ultimate is ready to go. Jump ho.
Tracker out and scanning for enemies. Maximum level. Maximum sparrow. Che bello. I'm an upgraded sparrow.
Firing.
place. Good news, amici.
Pull back this lane.
It scanned the track. Bullseye. Enemy track.
Need contact.
They're shooting at me.
Signal engaged.
I'm down.
In the end, everything dies. Recharging shields. Placing camera.
Head over there.
Merge into their lane. People who go through the express lane at a grocery store with many more items than the limits suggest, basically the most selfish and careless people in society. Okay, kind of quirky, I guess. Is a thumb a finger? If so, why do you think that is? Sustanet responds, all thumbs are fingers, but not all fingers are thumbs. Not false. I mean, relatively true. I don't know how pertinent information this is to carry on with life, but continues. What instantly ruins the vibe at any social gathering? Sustanet says, the guy with all the conspiracy theories that insists on talking to you about it and trying to convert you into believing them too. Which, I mean, I think that's kind of a fun dude, but to each their own. If he's not crafting up these responses to questions, he'll try to whip out some of these one-liners that are not the most original, but they all kind of have a certain vibe to them. He writes, funny enough, common sense isn't really common at all. Then he'll go back to answering questions. What should be off limits in comedy? Nothing. What can you not do that everyone else seems to be able to do? Adult. Men of Reddit, what goes through your mind when a woman starts unzipping her pants? Ma'am, I don't know you, and we're in a bus station. I mean, this digital footprint is never ending. How do you love yourself? Usually with my left hand. Okay, so things are getting a little more personal. You know, you keep scrolling looking for anything that's gonna tell you something more about this poster. And here it is. Sustanet is talking about his past relationship and being cheated on. You know, I had my suspicions for a long time. I drove to her house after she did that sleepy goodnight call and she wasn't there. This was weeks after months of shady behavior, deleted conversations, unsaved numbers, calling late at night, and her turning over in bed as she would answer a text so that I couldn't see who it was. Basically, all the red flags. When I finally caught her in the lie, we sat down, she confessed, and we broke up. She then worked very hard to win me back, begging my parents to talk to me. And then when I took her back, she cheated again and even laughed about it. I'm well enough endowed. You know, length and girth are pretty perfectly proportioned. Good looking by most standards. Knew my way around a woman's body very well, but it didn't matter. It wasn't an issue of me not satisfying her. She was unfortunately bipolar and unmedicated. So one of her symptoms while manic was hypersexuality, which basically meant that anytime she met a guy that was even slightly intrigued by her, she would end up screwing them, and this destroyed my self-confidence. This is almost 10 years ago, and my confidence has never recovered. I became depressed. I have trust issues. I swore off dating for almost 6 years straight while I just stewed in a broth of self-pity and depression. It's not a good look, and I regret those years of my prime. I wasted on people that just weren't worth it. My now girlfriend is thankfully one of my closest friends, and we are supportive of each other and trust each other. We've been happy for almost 2 years now.
When was this posted?
This was while he was dating Jennifer Soto.
Okay.
Recently, maybe like a few years ago. His Reddit posts, majority of them are 2 to 4 years ago.
Okay.
Now it's getting much more specific and much more personal. I kept scrolling. Having a nice package doesn't mean necessarily having the biggest one. It's about this is what Sustanet is writing. It's having one that is either or both proportionately ideal and also aesthetically pleasing to look at. I don't have the biggest one in the world, but I've always received compliments and it never fails to make me feel good about myself. And then another, he's just posting on Digimon Pets and he's posting how he bought these new 3 Digimons, which are like Tamagotchis. He says that he got one for himself, and the purple one is for his stepdaughter. In fact, he posts a lot about his stepdaughter and how she's interested in the same things that he's interested in, like Tamagotchi, painting figurines for Warhammer.
What's a Warhammer? Is that a...
It's like another role-play tabletop game.
Okay.
He'll write things like, my 12-year-old stepdaughter is maybe the world's sorest loser in the world, and will typically break down in tears and fits when she is soundly defeated in most games. But not in Lorcana. I am proud to say that she is really giving me a run for my money and running some neck-and-neck games. But usually, when you're scrolling through someone's Reddit history, you're not looking for how well he gets along with his family members. You're looking for red flags, and you find them. On a thread, someone writes, what is the hardest part of dating after 30? Sustanet responds, finding people to date that haven't spent all their teens and 20s in the sun with minimal sun protection, making them all look like a 70-year-old Clint Eastwood, plus all the emotional baggage and kids from first marriages or absent fathers. Honestly, dating in or after your 30s is a these days. One begins to understand the DiCaprio strategy. The alarm bells start going off. I mean, the aggression starts to come out. In other threads, he's responding to people who need life advice because, for example, poster, friend A, said that friend B came to pick him up to hang out, and friend B drove up in a stolen car, thus making friend A somewhat legally culpable in this crime of stealing a car. Sustanet responds, your friend will end up in prison, and they will see who the he is when they are being used by one.
Remember me tell you.
It's just kind of getting bleak. In fact, he starts writing about humanity, and he has all these thoughts about society. He says, I work at a major theme park in a safety-critical role, because he worked at Disney, and get to observe human nature all day long to the tunes of thousands. I mean, literally thousands of people a day. And let me tell you, the outlook for the future of humanity is not good. Some folks are just feral hags that are incapable of self-governing. If there isn't a reward for doing it or a punishment for not doing it, they just couldn't give less of a anything. Humanity at this point is just 80% vacant-minded zombies that half-ass their way through life without ever bothering to think critically, read a sign, listen to instructions, or follow any sort of example that is already set for them. Just complete waste of oxygen, really. Oh, he does this weird thing where he goes on r/advice for teens. And he will give advice for teenagers that ask for advice. I mean, I guess the whole theory of the subreddit is that adults will come and give teenagers advice from their life experience of having gone through that phase and all the lessons that they've accrued from it. But he does frequent it quite a lot. And I mean, most of the advice that he gives is not unsound. It makes sense, so it's not that alarming. But he does respond angrily to some other posts. Like, for example, there is a Life Pro Tips subreddit, and the original post reads, never force your kids to get a hug or a kiss from someone. Grandparents are even included. It will ruin their sense of bodily autonomy. They should know that it's their choice if people can touch them or not. Sustanet responds, Grandma is going to die soon. Just give her a hug because she loves you. Kids should have autonomy, yes, but also parents should understand when their kid is just being shy or squeamish or even just being a little head and encourage them to get over it and reciprocate. Part of growing up is sometimes doing things that you don't want to do because it's the correct thing to do. Looking back now, I wish I treated my grandmother better when I could have. Kids don't understand these things though. They just think old people are gross.
Attention.
He responds to people who are arguing with his logic, writing, I never suggested that kids should be forced to accept physical affection every time or have no choice in that matter. But the parents need to exercise their judgment as the adult as to whether or not it's justified or they're just being silly.
When the rain. Time to
But
hold court.
someone comes back to this thread years later, and in 2025, they comment, and was it justified for you to kill a 13-year-old? Because Sustanet is Stefan Stearns, Jennifer Soto's 38-year-old boyfriend. And he has now just arrived at the police station and is escorted into the interrogation room, where he will be seated and waiting for 3.5 hours for the detectives to finally come in and question him. Listen, there is no law that they have to question him immediately upon arrival. There's no good service at a police station. You don't get to do a little review. They made me wait 3 hours before coming to my attention. He sits there for 3.5 hours. And you would think, oh, it's because the police are not efficient. No, the detectives do this all on purpose. Psychological pressure, the isolation, this tiny room, unfamiliar circumstances, stressful situations. You know that you're likely being watched. And you are. You are being watched. You have to rethink and rethink every answer that you want to respond to the police with, which you would imagine is potentially a good thing. It's not. The more isolated, the more alone you are, the more stressed you are, the more you are crafting these responses to questions that just don't make sense. That far-fetched response that you thought of, maybe in an appropriate setting, you think, okay, no one's going to believe that because that is absolutely ridiculous. In this setting, you might think, okay, that's what I'm going to say. Yeah, no, that's the only thing that makes sense. Maybe I'll just bring that lie out right now. Tiring out the suspects is also important, creating mental fatigue. The officers, they're in the back downing their coffees. They're watching you. They're having a little chit-chat, their giggle-gaggling. And you are left with nothing but your own thoughts getting exhausted. Because you're sitting there questioning, what do I know that the police don't know, that I can't let them know? But also, what do the police already know? Here's what the police already know in this case. Madeline Soto goes missing after her 13th birthday party celebration. So her birthday party celebration was on Sunday. Monday morning, she goes missing. The last person to see her alive was Stephen Stearns. The story that both Jennifer Soto and Stephen Stearns has told is that Sunday night, Jennifer Soto gets home from work at Disney. Stephen is getting Madeline ready for bed. Jennifer Soto forgot to take her medicine the day before, so she's been a little bit wonky, and she tells the two of them, why don't you both go upstairs and sleep in the guest room together so that I can get a good night's rest by myself? Because normally, the three of them sleep in the same bed. And it's always Jennifer Soto, 13-year-old Madeline, and then Stephen Stearns. That's the setup of their sleeping arrangements. So she says, why don't you two go upstairs to the guest room, sleep just you two, and I'm gonna sleep downstairs. The next morning, she asks Stephen to take Madeline to school, and he agrees. He says, actually, we're gonna leave early, and I'm not even...
Let's make our attack here.
Good call. I'll go with you.
Enemy shield broke. Enemy over there. Reloaded.
Hey, they're shooting at me. Their enemy shield is broken. Bullseye. Enemy hit. Recharging my shields. Cover me.
Enemy spotted. I'm spotted. Taking fire. Just giving my shields a recharge.
I'm recharging my shields.
Reload.
Better that. Out. Boom.
Death box over there. Hostile spotted.
Hey, let's move. There.
Overseeing that area.
Enemy spotted.
Reinforcing my shield.
Reload.
Passing near that shield.
Enemy dead. Same. Here I come. Got an enemy there.
Enemy out there. This old dog's leveled up. Yeah, great. Big
Enemy
things.
there. Fast.
Countdown. You're welcome.
Heads up. We got an enemy.
Attention. Delivering replicator. Coming down.
Buster over there. Reinforcing my shield.
Reloading.
Let's go that way.
Enemy shield busted. I'm recharging my shield.
Enemy over there.
See.
Zip out there.
Go here.
Let's rush over there.
We got another squad in the fight.
Recharging my shields. Cover me. Setting a tracker.
need shields.
That enemy's being tagged. Shield cell here.
Shield battery, here.
Watch out. Enemy here.
Dibs. Thanks. And they say young folk don't. We still got it. And they can it.
Sure. Good people deserve good health. Traffic scanning. Scout that area.
Copy that.
In progress.
Good news. We're already in the next ring. Hey, Raga. Never mind.
Hostile over there.
Enemy. We have. Certo.
Hostile spotted. Enemy shield
Took out an enemy. Who's next? Reload.
throwing Oxstar.
Reloading. That's one more kill for Newcastle.
Good job.
Check this out.
This line here.
Reloading.
Target there.
We got a buster.
I heard that.
Who's next? Traffic scanning.
Let's go that way.
Let's rush over there.
Okay. Reloading.
Eyes up.
Hostile right here. Enemy shields broke. Enemy down. Reload.
Got a new kill leader. Tides of bust. Bump. Zip.
Dropping in.
Enemy taken out.
Focus up. Buster there.
Reloading. Enemy down.
Target spotted.
Fools have been. Let's hustle that way. And take that spot. Quick. Forget that.
Opponent here. Guns up. Track it out.
Enemy out there. That's
Right behind you.
Enemy tagged. Attenzione. Enemy here.
eyes up.
Target spotted. Target spotted.
Check that fool out. Eyes up. Enemy.
People in our building on the right side straight ahead where I pinged.
Hostile right here. Making contact with enemy.
Cause a thermite.
We're already in the next ring.
Get a package. Recharge my shield.
castle if you want the infinite ammo take.
Reloading.
Opponent there. Setting a tracker. Un momento.
Heading over there. Watch your back. Reloading.
Got an enemy there. Took down an opponent.
New castles here.
An enemy shield. Enemy there. Game on, Ringer. Frag out. Hey, time to move that way.
Let's hustle that way.
Who's next? Target surviving. There. Watch out.
Recharging my shield.
An enemy shield is broken. Fine. Reloading.
Took down a fool.
Enemy taken out.
Setting a tracker. Dannazione. Taking damage. Forza. Game on, Ringer. Look, they're shooting at me. Recharging my shield. Their enemy shield is broken.
Just giving my shields a re-
They're shooting at me.
You can go and help.
You are the Apex champions.
I'm just gonna take her to school. I'm gonna take her to McDonald's. They leave an hour early, but they don't stop by McDonald's. In fact, he drops off Madeline an hour early across the street from the school because Madeline states that she's embarrassed of his car, but it's weird. Nobody really believes that story. And then his car is seen driving all over town with Madeline in the car. The police are saying the story isn't making any sense. There's so many discrepancies. First of all, when Jennifer Soto takes her first police report, she says that she saw Madeline getting ready for school Monday morning. But now she's saying, actually, the last time I saw her was Sunday night. I take backsies. I did not see her Monday morning. But the CCTV cameras show Stefan Stearns driving around with Madeline in the passenger seat of his car all over town, nowhere near the school, does not drop her off near school, and then she just vanishes off of the face of the earth. What's going on? And what's even more intriguing is that from 7 in the morning to 9 in the morning, the 2 hours that he's seen driving around with Madeline Soto, she is in the same exact position in the passenger seat, in a very odd, leaned back, reclined on the chair, looking asleep. That's what Stefan says. She is asleep. He stops by the community dumpster to drop something off, which the police go through that dumpster and they find Madeline's backpack and one of her white Croc shoes, which, why would that be? Because you said that you're dropping her off at school. Why would you throw away her backpack? Here's what the police believe happened. That Stefan Stearns killed Madeline Soto sometime Sunday night, moved her body to the car on Monday morning and drove around with her. Obviously did not drop her off at school. And then eventually, after driving around with her for 2 hours, he pulls into a parking lot, and according to police reports, they have seen footage of him moving Madeline's limp body from the passenger seat into the trunk. Then he goes back home with Madeline's body in his trunk, has an hour to spend with Jennifer Soto, Madeline's mother, leaves the home again to go place her body elsewhere. It appears he's heading somewhere to, I guess, quote unquote, dispose of her body. To get rid of her body, he is heading somewhere, but he gets a flat tire. And he tries to keep driving on that flat tire until it's literally just nuts and bolts left. And then eventually, he can no longer drive. He places Madeline's body somewhere, wherever he was, and then changes his tire, goes back home. That's what the police suspect. They just don't know where yet.
Wow. So all of that is caught on CCTV. Right now, they just need to find the body.
Yes. And I mean, once they go through his phone, they find clear CSAM evidence of him essaying Madeline, likely since she was 8 years old. And so now there's all these questions of how much does Jennifer Soto, Maddie's own mother, know about all of this? What was Stefan doing the night that Maddie went missing? Monday night, while the police are searching for Maddie, while Jennifer Soto is at home because she wants to protect her mental health, Stefan goes out in the middle of the night to look for Maddie. Police are probably wondering, did he go back to Madeline's body at that point? What was he doing that night? And then 2 days later, while Jennifer and Stefan are staying at a hotel because they get kicked out of their house, the police are securing it as a crime scene, Stefan is seen sneaking out again at night, taking Jennifer's car to go, quote, searching for Madeline. Again, where is that? Does that have anything to do with where he might have hidden Maddie? And in the interrogation room and throughout the entirety of all of his audio interviews, I will say the way that he just talks about Madeline is very infuriating.
She brings a lot of joy. She's a very good girl. And definitely doesn't feel the same around here if she's not here. She was so happy too. She was looking forward to my visit here. She was looking forward to us all being together. She was just happy. She was just very happy.
This is the guy that Madeline told her counselor she felt very uncomfortable around. She did not like this man. He lies on how he was gonna go through Monday morning after dropping Maddie off, and it doesn't make sense, to which detectives even ask him, I mean, do you have problems with your memory that you can't recall? Because you say that after dropping Maddie off, you went to the vape shop and waited for them to open. That would have been around 9:20, but then now you say you only waited a few minutes and then you left, and by the time you left, it was after 10 o'clock. So was it a few minutes or was it 40 minutes? What's going on?
I'm extremely ADHD. I'm sorry. So just details start to get fuzzy after a while. Even the times I'm giving you are my best guesstimates here. I didn't have my phone with me at the time, so I wasn't aware of exactly what time.
There's no time on your car?
Transpiring. There probably is, but it's not my car. It's my parents' car. I'm not a morning person. I'm very time blind on the best of days and forgetful. I understand that none of that is helpful in this case.
Even when asked where he went to look for Maddie the night that she went missing, he says,
I don't recall. Maybe after? I can't. I'm so sorry. I was medicated. I've been medicated all week. My memory is just not as reliable as I would like it to be right now. I was in a fog and half asleep that morning as it was.
Even when he gets times wrong, he'll just say, sorry, I'm just not a morning person. I'm not a morning person. He's also asked to pull up his sleeves at one point so the officers can see his scars from changing his tire. And he says,
Do you mind taking your sweater off?
It's cold, but yeah.
It's cold, but sure, it's weird. So these are all from the audio interviews, and it's not until about 48 hours after Madeline goes missing that he gets brought into the police station. And he just mopes around for 3.5 hours. He does appear very stressed, so that's good. But when officers come in, he tries to play it off like he just woke up from this slumber. He's got his arms crossed. He looks very, very cold. And the impression he gives me is someone desperately trying so hard to seem sleepy and harmless. Like he just woke up from a nap and he's just getting his thoughts together. It's a bizarre combination. He's able to sit there straight-faced and tell officers. He runs them through Monday again and Sunday night, and he tells officers, you know, Jennifer sent me and Maddie upstairs to go sleep, so we had snuggle cuddle time.
Snuggle cuddle time.
The officer asks, you say snuggle time. What does that mean? Maddie doesn't like to be alone. She's extremely dependent. She does not like to be alone at all. She needs human presence around her. Gotcha. So, how's your relationship with Maddie? Great. I am one of her favorite people in the world. And, you know, we're just trying to, we've been trying to wean her off of that. Wean her off of that. Being so dependent. But it's been difficult. Both the officers, there's 2 male officers in there, they look like they want to place their knuckles on the side of his face.
Really?
Yeah, they look, the way they even say gotcha is like, gotcha. You are so ridiculous.
She needs human presence around her. Gotcha.
So right now they already got the footage and
Yeah,
from his phone. They
Oh.
saw the CCTV,
everything.
and the guy is still trying to play it off.
That he's Maddie's favorite person in the entire world, and she needs snuggle cuddle time. And even if that's the case, you should not be giving her snuggle cuddle time. That's weird. The police ask him to walk them through what happened Monday morning. He just yawns.
So she needs to brush her hair, brush her teeth. Excuse me.
I don't know if that's him trying to appear so innocent that he's not stressed or worried, just casually responding to questions, or so chill because he did nothing wrong, or if he's buying time, or if it's a weird stress response. It's just kind of wild. So he runs them through his lies of Monday morning, and they keep trying to confront him. That's not the truth. But nevertheless, they're not bogging down on this one, because at this point, they're not worried about Monday. They're worried about where is Maddie. How old are you, by the way? I'm 37, about to turn 38. I mean, you seem like a genuinely nice person, Stefan. I try. Jennifer talks very highly of you. Stefan is nodding, just bopping his head like, yeah, I mean, of course, because I am. So they ask him, okay, so you're saying Monday, you're driving towards the school. So how is it that on CCTV cameras, we see you driving back towards the house? That's right, I forgot my gate clicker. You know, I left with Maddie, and the school is about 20 minutes away. We're almost at the school, and I realize that I forget my gate clicker. I U-turn it back to go grab it because we had, quote, plenty of time to kill. So this is so strange. Imagine you leave your apartment and you need the gate clicker to get back into your apartment. You forget it, and you're about to drop your kid off, not even your kid, your girlfriend's kid off at her school. You're almost at the school. Would you not just drop her off and then go home, talk to the security person and say, hey, I forgot my gate clicker? He thinks, no. The best option is to U-turn, drive all the way back without dropping Madeline off, go to the security guy and say, hey, I forgot my gate clicker, and then go get the gate clicker and then drive all the way back to the school again. The police are asking, could you not have just gotten your gate clicker after you dropped her off? I could have, but I also like to come back in through the back gate sometimes, and sometimes they're busy up front, so it's better to avoid the line. I don't know if it makes more sense, it's just what I did. And they also confront him, okay, well, there is footage of you talking to security while Madeline is sitting in the front, reclined, and you say she's asleep. We don't believe that, but then you go to the dumpster and you throw something away. We went through that dumpster and we found her backpack in the trash. Why is her backpack in the trash if you're dropping her off at school? He doesn't respond. He just keeps blinking and he's staring at them like he's confused by what they're saying. Like, what do you mean you got a backpack? There's no way there's a backpack. And they tell him, Stefan, I'm telling you, what I'm pleading with you is that you do some soul searching. The more time that goes on, the more that this gets tough. That little girl is out there and we need to know. I really think that you can help us and I'm pleading with you. I dropped her off. That's the last time I saw her.
What do you think was on the phone?
Introducing your champion.
Videos. Stuff.
Pictures?
Yeah.
What kind of pictures were on there?
Trading card pictures, lightsaber pictures, Disney pictures.
Do you have a Google account?
Yeah.
Do you save pictures to your Google account? Or is it automatically? I know sometimes.
Enemy landing on me.
I now have an enhanced weapon. We're close to the ring. We have 1 minute.
Weapon enhanced. Ain't that pretty? Extended supply bin here. Can always use some extra munitions.
Enhance my weapon. Here to save the day with extra
Got an
supplies.
extended energy mag here. Level 2. 3-0. Ring's close.
Got my weapon enhanced with some good old handiwork.
Got some extra supplies here. You're welcome. Optics here. Close range. Always better than iron sights. Not too far from ring. Got 10.
Evo harvesters are now available.
I'm under fire.
Reloading. I'm recharging my shield. I've been downed.
Giving him a chimney.
I'm under fire.
Let's get you up. You have a family to get home to.
Shields are depleted. Recharging.
Get behind my protector. Phoenix kick going off.
Healing.
So that way.
Off the mic. Up in the chimney. Give my shields a recharge.
Tossing thermite.
Giving him the chimney.
Attention.
I'm down.
Busted or busted. Gotta talk. Eventually. Shots on me.
Give my shields a recharge.
This old dog's leveled up, and the upgrades got him learning new tricks.
Healer. Watch my back. Back to
Reinforcing my shield.
Fire. I shattered an enemy's shield.
Kill confirmed. Another notch on the belt.
What a pitiful squad. Even killing them was dull. Amp here.
Leaving my mark. Letting them know I'm ready to tango. Healing. Watch my back.
Need some healing.
Extended supply bin here. Could always use some extra munitions.
Here to save the day with extra supplies. Not much ammo left. Better find more.
Got
Shotgun
an
ammo
extended
here.
energy mag here.
Dibs.
Level 3.
Oh, no. Forget it.
Shield battery here.
Shield battery here. Shield battery here.
Oh, man.
Shield battery here.
Got my weapon enhanced with some good old handiwork. Extended light mag here. Level 3.
Spotted. Double timing it. Oh, painless. Knocking at the door. He's a leg. Snare. Taking fire. Giving him the chimney. Shields are depleted. Recharging. Giving him the chimney. A dare to give us an edge.
Take it.
Spotted. Getting led down range. Heal.
Look at zones. See if we can get up.
Reinforcing my shield.
I have an evac.
Zip well there.
Eyes up. Incoming replicator.
New kill leader appointed.
New kill leader. Watch your 6.
Extended light mag here. Level 3.
1 minute. Rings nearby.
Eyes up. Enemy. We sit close to the ring and it collapses on us in 45.
Extended supply battery here. Can always use some extra munitions.
Have this one.
Supplies here. Remember to share, y'all.
You'll find
Shield
energy
battery
ammo
here.
here.
Ring is pulling up in 30 seconds, but we're close.
In progress.
We're in the lead. Time to hold court.
It's fine. We hold him out here. We hold him out here. Maybe Newcastle wall, like one of these sides.
So fast. Incoming. Let's get to the LZ. Throwing a frag. Throwing a frag. Frag out. Frag out. This will bind them. Extended supply bin here. Could always use some extra munitions.
Got some extra supplies for us. Extended supply bin here. More than meets the eye. sit close to the ring and it collapses on us in 45. Buster, over there. Amp here.
Enemy at that location.
Ring's pulling up in 30 seconds, but we're close.
Let's put you in a bind.
Firing. Watch out. Newcastle's at max level.
Got company out there.
Took down a fool. Check that fool out. Never mind. Ring in motion. Charge it. Center frag. Center frag.
Come on. Whole canvas is waiting.
All right.
Let's go that way. Spotted. I'm under fire. Target spotted. Hostile. Danger close. Missile mines them.
Running body busted.
Enemy at that location. Taking fire. Correct that, Captain. Shield are depleted. Recharge.
Replicator touching down.
Shots on me.
Throwing thermite. Head this way.
One is below us.
Down.
Look, I'm gone.
Amateur hour is over. Time for the big leagues. Don't kill anything that gets in my way.
Think you can break through my defenses?
Introducing your champion.
I'll be leading the charge on this jump. Together we have this. To battle.
Attention,
Glad it's not one of
Evo
us.
harvesters are online.
Optics here. Close range. We're inside the next ring. Optics here. Hit range.
Scanned us on our beacon, right on me.
Extended light mag here. Level 3.
And a team on cliff
I'll
side.
use that.
Top in the chimney.
Protector keeping you safe.
Spotted.
Busted a buster shield. Phoenix kit going off.
Sparrow dropped and he was 1 HP. Another one, yeah, Sparrow's scanned, he dropped. Sparrow's almost dead.
Christmas came early. Care package.
Enemy spotted. Enemy spotted. I'm going there. You would be wise to follow. Spotted. Double timing it. Up in the chimney. I shattered an enemy's shield. Enemy there. Reloading.
Got some money.
Another team, get out, get out.
I'm recharging my shield.
The tail is from the net. Our squad mate fell. Avenge them.
Leveled up and got a new toy. See what happens when you work hard? Got an upgrade. Getting more super by the day. Healing up.
Wait. I have the banner. We must correct their failure. That location interests me. Calling down a
Reloaded. Going down for loot.
shotgun bolt here. Level 3. Time to drop shotgun rock. I shattered an enemy's shield.
Took down a fool.
One
Enemy
less
out there.
enemy. Extended heavy magazine here. Level 2. Ammo up. Extended light magazine. Level 3.
I need shields.
Yeah, 4 cells.
I now have an enhanced weapon.
Shotgun bolt here. Gold tier. Standard stock here. Level 3.
Adequate.
Attention, there is a new kill leader.
A new kill leader. We have our target. Optics here. Close range.
Round 2, beginning ring countdown.
You got a journey to the ring. Let's get moving. Shield battery here.
Got extra supplies here.
Attention,
A prepared sword. Optics here. Sniper.
Dibs.
use that.
I take that back. Optics here. Sniper. Optics here. Sniper.
A care package just touched down over there. We're close to the ring. We have 1 minute. Rings next
How about we
door,
reposition
45.
over there?
Backpack here. Level
Backpack
2.
here. Level 3.
3-0. Rings close. Adequate. Not too far from ring. Got 10.
Extra supplies if you need.
Target spot.
Moving that way.
That ring has started moving, and we're not in it.
Attention. Delivering care package.
We got a care package on the way.
Let's reposition here.
I'm
The
gonna
care
watch there.
package has touched down over there.
Busted a buster shield.
These bonds aren't easily broken.
Old painless display. Top of the chimney.
One less enemy.
Take fire. Reloading. Enemy on me. Got you back.
Buster's healing over here.
Top of the chimney. Hostile Mike.
Got a buster.
Phone sync to a cloud, and
Yeah, I think it backs up to Google.
and then sometimes when you reset your phone and your phone updates and puts these apps back on your phone, sometimes they will put the images back on your phone.
Not sure.
Do you have
I assume so. Probably. I mean, went to Disney, took selfies on the train. She got back from Puerto Rico and had her hair braided. We got pictures of that.
Here's where I'm going to be brutally honest with you. There's your phone. And I'm pretty sure you know what some of those pictures are about. You're a very intelligent person. I don't want you to discredit yourself by saying you don't know about all the pictures that are on your phone. You understand what I'm saying?
Stefan looks taken aback, and he feels like the police The way he responds is like the police are trying to do him dirty.
Should I be talking with a lawyer right now?
I can't answer that question. My sole purpose right now is trying to find Maddie, and I'm trying to see if you can help us. Well, I would really like to help, but I feel like I should probably have a lawyer present at this point.
So he's now finally realized he can't play any longer.
No. Well, we can make that happen. I just want to let you know that you're not free to leave and you are being detained. If you are told this and you're innocent, what do you say? What does an innocent person say?
Like, under what reasons, right?
Yeah. Every interrogation clip where they're so guilty, they never ask what they're being detained for.
Yeah.
You're being detained. Okay. Do you want to know what you're being detained for? Capital battery and possession of child.
And with that, the interrogation is over after he requests an attorney. I mean, there's no denial, nothing, just okay. And it's so fascinating. So the best part after this entire interrogation is that they have to take pictures of all of Stefan's body parts. And because of the CSAM, they have to find this very distinctive freckle on his private parts. Because a lot of the pictures are of Madeline and then his private part. So they need to be able to identify that it is his private part in those pictures. 2 female officers come in and they start manhandling this and taking pictures of him, forcing him to turn, take off articles of clothing, taking pictures of his private parts. And I don't think that they get paid enough for that job, but I also love the way that they're doing it. He is insanely uncomfortable. And of course, this is probably a fraction of what Maddie has felt, but still, it's something.
How do you know? Like, what was exactly... Is it described? Is it...
What do you mean?
The 2 officers...
No, I saw it.
What do you mean you saw it?
They tried to censor his private parts. Sometimes the censor is not censoring as well as it should, but they do censor it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and you just see these 2 female officers just going in, manhandling him, and I love them for it. And he's so uncomfortable with their incredibly thorough at their jobs that they're not like, oh, you're uncomfortable, you're chilly, okay, maybe we can stop after 1 or 2 pictures. They're like, no, reach under here, pull this back, do this. Yeah, they even tell him, hey, don't try to do anything squirrely because you're gonna eat the carpet. Like, we're gonna body slam you down if you try to do anything right now.
Oh, that's wild.
Yeah. But he still finds the narcissism in the depths of his black soul, where in this situation, he asks if they can switch the handcuffs to the front instead of in the back, because it hurts, and it's making him claustrophobic. The female officer just tells him, they're not made for comfort. Like, what do you want me to do? They're not made for comfort. No, we're not going to do that. We're not going to be accommodating right now. But this interrogation, still to this point, does not help. They need to find Maddie. If Stefan doesn't want to help them, maybe Jennifer, Maddie's mother, does. If you watch part 1, it is very evident that Jennifer does not care. In fact, it seems like she is more upset about Stefan being arrested, even cheating on her. Cheating, and I say that very loosely because it's essay, than her daughter being missing. I mean, maybe her shock is presenting itself differently, but it's so strange. It's like Stefan is her entire world. Even the day, the same conversation where she finds out about the CSAM, finds out that Stefan is using her daughter, she asks,
Being placed under arrest because of those pictures?
Yeah, that's...
Got some extra munitions.
We haven't made that determination yet, but...
Level 2.
Press charges since she's a juvenile.
I didn't think it was in my power. I thought you guys should have to do this. What do you think should happen to him for these pictures? It's crazy. Like, I saw the pictures, but I'm still in denial. Because, like, there's a piece there, but is he visual? Does he show up in any of the pictures? Is there?
Over there.
I mean, I don't know who.
I haven't seen all of the pictures, so I can't answer that.
Okay, because I can't.
Whether it's his penis or not, are you comfortable with him having content of someone else's penis?
AKA, are you still comfortable with him having pictures of someone essaying your daughter, even if it's not him in the picture? That makes sense. Absolutely not. No. So what do you think should happen to Stefan?
Watching that area. Charges, but
I'll join you. Seems fun.
there's a side of me that wants to say he's innocent, that this isn't gonna happen, but who else's penis could that be? She's not left alone with anyone else. Can I make one decision now and change my mind later?
I don't know a singular parent that would not only want to press charges immediately, but would want to go into that jail cell themselves and do something about this. Throughout the entirety of the investigation, on top of all of that, she has never not once said anything nice about Maddie. I think that she might have mentioned that Maddie was kind of artistic at one point, but that's it. At least from all the released audio and video interviews, as well as police incident reports, she somehow cannot say anything kind about her own daughter, which she finds it in herself to say neutral to relatively nice things about Stefan, the guy that essayed her daughter for years, made even more infuriating by the fact that Stefan is this person. Even his parents have stated before all of this, Stefan is crazy. He's a manipulator. He's a gaslighter. Stefan's grandpa on his mom's side passed away. And he left this heirloom Rolex for his daughter, Stefan's mom. Stefan proceeded to steal that Rolex from his own mother.
How did you find out about that?
Stefan's mom said it. Stefan's mom was like, he stole the Rolex. And yet, Jennifer can say nice things about him, even defending him. Meanwhile, Maddie, who has done nothing but be victimized under Jennifer's care, is forgetful. Yeah, like any other human in the world. When it comes to Maddie, she mentioned she leaves laundry on the floor. Her room's a mess. She keeps her personal space very disorganized. If she gets in trouble for anything, it's always her disorganization and her messiness. She's always behind on schoolwork. She has ADHD. She's forgetful. She'll set something down and completely forget where she said it. She sleeps like a monkey.
Survey beacon over there. Spotted a relay here. Here's the gate for any crashes.
Enemy over there.
Oh, all right then.
Round 2. Beginning ring countdown.
Hey,
Let's go that way.
over there.
Hostile over there.
Attention. Delivering replicator.
Got a replicator coming down.
I've discovered the location of the next ring.
Could be fun
Check your
over
map.
here.
Hostile close. Suspended, taking fire.
No, there's one below in the tunnel, maybe. I think that would be a better spot.
Let's move to this sector. Void nexus there. Logic demands we should go here. Trap set and waiting. Leaving a gas trap behind. Independent variable added. Deploying a variable.
Target over there.
Already in the next ring. The
Gas trap deployed. Trap set and waiting.
Unspotted, taking fire. Recharging my shields.
Package being delivered.
Spotted
resin above us.
Ultimate accelerant here.
I got two.
Half the squad's left. We can end.
My vision is clear. Placing gas trap.
Care package over there.
Let's get some air.
Attention. Delivering replicator.
Replicator incoming.
You hear that?
Over there.
Enemies that way.
I spy a ring console over there. Firing on enemy.
Enemy shields broken. Fire.
Enemy here. Ring console here. We're already inside the next ring.
Delivering care package.
Get the shield now.
I've located the next ring. Inspect your map.
Dropship arriving.
Target over there.
My beautiful, go here. Friendly trap there. Care package over there.
Amp here. Found an amp here.
Round 4. Beginning ring countdown.
Already in the next ring. The fight is on.
Enemy spotted.
Delivering replicator.
Replicator on its way down.
Enemy over here.
Hostile right here.
I can't. There's people above me.
Spotted. Taking fire.
Setting an aim.
Get inside and get right, alright? Just giving my
Ready fire. Ready contact. I'm down. Let's go here.
what is Stefan's relationship with Maddie? She says, I was gonna say really good, super great. He's always been super kind and sweet to her, very accepting, warm, and understanding of her because she's got ADHD. So she's kind of a little, I'll say abnormal, in the sense that she doesn't act like every other kid. You have to have patience and extra understanding for her, and he does that really well. This is after she finds out what he did. I think a loving mother would have said pretty much everything else. Maddie's stepdad says she's brilliant. She's very smart. Her favorite colors were green and purple, lavender to be exact, which is both parts vibrant and calm. I mean, people said that there's this sereneness to Maddie.
Who's Maddie's stepfather?
So she has a biological father and a stepfather that is now since divorced from Jennifer. And she seems closer with her stepfather than she was her biological father. They both don't live nearby. And then now she's got Stefan, who has never been her stepfather. Like, they never got married. She recently won Student of the Week. There was this door painting contest at the school, and Maddie's quite creative. She would just get locked in and could spend hours creating things with her hands. She's a Swiftie. She loved making those beaded bracelets or drawing, and apparently she was really good at drawing. And one of the places that you're gonna see her get so intense, everybody said, is when she's playing volleyball. She's so good at volleyball, but that's when her competitiveness finally comes out. But usually she just gets along with everybody. Her biological dad says, if you ever made a snarky comment, Maddie would correct him, saying, everyone's beautiful in their own way. At the vigil, Maddie's stepmother says, you were and still are the light of my life. So this is her biological dad's new wife. You were and still are the light of my life. I'm so blessed to have known such a sweet soul. You will be remembered as a young girl running through pumpkin patches, learning to fish, feeding baby goats, and jumping in the corn. It's hard to imagine that you're gone now. Another who helped with the vigil said, we want her to know that as a community that she does matter to us. Whether you knew her or not, whether you live right here in Florida or you live in Australia, she matters to so many people. But instead, Maddie's mom wants to talk about how messy she is, how forgetful she is, and how she never does things on time. March 1st, a few days after Maddie goes missing, police have Jennifer Soto in the police station being interviewed. So this is from part 1, the main interrogation. They have not found Maddie's body. They found all the CSAM. Stefan has been arrested. He knows about the abuse, and she's being questioned. The police are telling her, like, we just want to find your daughter's body because we don't think that she's alive, and you don't seem to want to find her, period. Why?
More beautiful than before.
Extended heavy mag here. Level 3.
Oh, I want that. Per favore?
I'm over here fucking talking to my fucking self, bro. What's up, Jesse? My fucking god, dude. I swear, man. Yeah, bro. I'm like over here fucking talking to Jesse, bro. What's up, Jesse? Started talking shit about my team, bro. You didn't even fucking hear me, bro. Man, no wonder last guy didn't hear me. Bro. Bro, every time I go pee, I forget to fucking fix it.
Backpack here. Level 2.
I could use that.
Extended light mag here.
Looks like a care package is coming in. Big things in that.
Why you gotta close the fucking door, asshole?
Take more beautiful than the care package over there.
No one cares. What do you mean? I mean, nah, bro. My pee-pee. My pee-pee's not gonna be on stream. Pay dole for that. What?
Attention. First blood.
Oh no, but yeah, that guy's an asshole, bro. Oh, no, I was saying the lady, I can just see the lady was feeling mad at her daughter, bro. Like she started feeling some sort of like she started feeling some sort of malice towards her because in the end we're animals, bro. And she started seeing her daughter as someone that she would have to compete to get the attention of her husband. Bro, she said, what is that shit called? There's this guy, this famous guy that dated, bro, I didn't know this. This is this famous guy that dated the daughter of his, like the daughter of the girl he was dating for 16 years and he's still with her? Bro. Bro. This was with this lady for 16 years, bro. Fucking his name was, I think, Woody Allen or some shit like that. Something with Allen. He was with that lady when that daughter, he got with the lady when the daughter was 11 years old. A la verga, I fucking went above and beyond. Yeah, it's a famous guy, bro. And the daughter is Asian. It was an adopted daughter that they had. Who they fighting? ¿Cómo se llama? Shakira, Shakira. Are they far or close?
Using grapple. Reloading. Took out an enemy. Who's next? Bullseye. Killed an opponent. Reloaded.
Where the fuck everybody go? I'm on tonight with fucking Jesse. What do you mean? Is that's what he used to say or some shit? Bro. That is crazy though. Like, and he said, okay, so he said, he's like, I never treated her as my daughter because I never lived with her, because he told the girl he was dating that he didn't want to take no, like, she didn't want to be like responsible of kids. He didn't want to be a father figure. He didn't want to be a stepdad. It's like, I ain't about that life. Supposedly. So it's like, did he? That fool groomed her. The fuck? We have to go far.
Let's go over there.
Where'd he go? No way, bro. What the fuck are... That thing was fucking laggy, dude. There was no fucking animation. There was nothing. What the fuck happened? So you recovered. Take it easy, bro. Take it easy, my friend. Go slow. At the end of the day, you gotta run tomorrow. You know, I didn't go. I was gonna go run today, but I'm like, nah. My calves feel fucking tight. I'm not gonna go. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait a day. So I'll probably go tomorrow. But like, you should take your time. Oh, you don't want to hurt yourself and then like not work, not be able to run. Yeah, no. The thing is that like, bro, we're so used to just starting. Like just you know what? I'm just gonna start running and boom, just book it. Like there's not a lot of stretching, bro, and then no warm up, nothing, and that does fucking cause you fucking issues later on in life.
Always look out for the little guy. I'm not talking about me. I'm just petite.
This is your champion.
I'm the jump master. Oh, se lo dici tu.
Okay, the fuck is here? I'm not a huge fan of this map. It's okay to be slow, Jesse. Start a mile with one step, single step. Little by little. We're like, Bruce Lee was right, bro. We're like, what? And you're like, why or how?
Setting a tracker.
Like water droplets. If you fucking, there's a water droplet, like any, falling anywhere. What the fuck? Are you serious right now?
Boom. Tracker set.
I'm done, bro. I'm fucking done, bro.
Who got first blood? Oof, I was sure it would be me. We're near the ring, but only 30
Nah,
seconds
bro.
left to
Wait,
get
like I
inside.
said, we're like water droplets, bro. If water droplets keep fucking falling
Per favore?
in the same spot over time, it's gonna fucking make a hole, man.
Positions to your map. Non c'è di che.
Bruce Lee was right, bro. We are Wata.
Attention, Evo harvesters are online.
I punched that fucking box back there, man. I'm as disappointed. Don't worry. That shit fucking didn't, bro. Yeah, it happens. Fuck that shit. Look, Jesse, and like water droplets, they're round, bro. Right now, you're a big water droplet. Pero it's okay, Jesse. Bro, you know what I noticed when I went to do when I was doing those miles? I'm fucking fat, bro. Jesse's like I'm a waterfall. Jesse, I'm the, what is it called? Niagara Falls, my friend. Pacific Ocean.
Ooh, leveled up. Time to customize. Hey, the champion fell. Ciao, ne.
There you go, first try. No, dude, like yes, like I saw some dudes. I'm crying right now. Wait, what the fuck I was saying?
Upgraded, uplifted, and up
Oh,
to no
Jesse.
good.
Just gotta keep running, bro. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm fucking fat.
Tossing crack. Tracker dart out.
Frag out.
Tracking an enemy. Again. Setting a tracker. Un momento, per favore.
Okay, no. GG's people. It was those 3 darts at the beginning, man.
Upgrade chosen. Who's ready to die? I'm at max level. Choice.
Do it, yo. Oh yeah, yeah. I was saying, bro, the people that ran. So there was this guy that ran there 50K, right? Bro, that was fucking skinny, bro. Fucking sticks, bro. Those people are sticks, bro. Literally, bro. And you're wondering, like, bro, like, yeah, but it's just fucking easy for them, bro. Those fucking, they're not carrying a lot. They're just carrying fucking bones. I'm carrying fucking 6-pack of fucking mineral waters right here. They pack. That 24-pack they sell at Sam's Club, bro. And those ones are fucking skinny, dude. What the fuck?
All that is happening. They are doing a press conference asking anyone who has seen anything to come forward, please. If you see anything of interest, call us. And a tip comes in. A man named Thomas calls into the
Get
police
a cooler
station.
then.
He calls in a tip. I think I saw that same exact car, that silver car that you guys released, that Monday that Maddie went missing. He's explaining everything. Do you have the license plate number, sir? No, but I could lead you to where I saw the car because I'm not just remembering everybody's license plates. Well, do you have the exact address of where you might have seen the silver vehicle on Monday? No, but again, I can tell you pretty much exactly where it is. Like, I don't know if it has an address. It was in just the side of the road. Okay, well, thank you. I just think that that's a little bit too vague. The officer hangs up on him.
Like my look?
Thomas is
What?
so
Just screams
confused. He's like, what do you mean it's too vague? You just told everybody to call if you saw something. So he gets into his car, drives back to where he could have sworn he saw that silver Lincoln that day, starts taking pictures. Look, it's not the exact address, but here you go. Here's the area. Here's the location that I saw the car. He was changing his tire. I saw a guy change his tire in the car that you're telling me to look out for.
So who's Thomas?
Just a random citizen.
Okay.
And he's like, hello, why is nobody listening to me? The spare tire.
Jesse,
was
your
on the
knee,
same
it's always
exact
gonna
side
hurt,
of the
bro.
car that
You
the
know when
press
it doesn't hurt? Look, your knee, it's always gonna hurt when you stop, when you run. Like, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna be, the pain is gonna be worse when you stop running, bro. So when you start running again, the pain's it's gonna fucking feel like nothing. So you just fucking keep running, bro. Why? Because the pain's nothing once you keep running.
The ring is closing in one and we're nowhere
It's a
near it.
mental thing. You gotta be crazy. You gotta be crazy, vato. Yeah, but that's what I realized. Yeah, you just run with the pain, bro. It's part of the fucking game.
Enough dilly-dally. The ring's far and closing in 45 seconds.
It's like I said, it's fucking worse
Positions to your map. Non c'è di che.
Got my weapon in hand.
to stop running, bro. But your knees are always gonna hurt. But you just have to kind of fix. I mean, fixing your posture, fixing. Like you said, you have to get the thingy machingy for your shoe, so you're not all crooked.
Evo harvesters are now available.
You gotta stretch, you gotta warm up, you gotta eat good. Vitamins and all that stuff too.
Andiamo, get in the ring, roll outside.
Yeah, it's just Jesse. You seen my carrito, right? You seen my carrito, my little car, bro? You see how it sounds? I saw fucking beat up.
I'm an upgraded Sparrow.
Jesse. ...2001 Honda, bro. CRV, bro. Bro, look. This car is just fucking... How old is fucking... I'm not gonna do math right now. Wait, what is it? 20... 21? It's 24? No. Is it 25 years old already? Bro. Where am I tripping? And do you see how my car sounds, bro? I'm pretty sure my car could talk, bro. If my car was a fucking Autobot, bro, it would be like, bro. That's it, bro. Call it a day. That fool would have retired by now, bro. That fool would have been like Optimus Prime, bro.
Accidenti, I need to find more ammo. I'm almost out.
Jesse, bro, you are fucking... How old are you, bro? Shit, I'm pretty sure... I think you're older than me, right? Or am I older than you? But I'm pretty... You're hitting your 30s, bro. Like, bro, we're fucking older than my car, bro. Shit's supposed to hurt, bro. Shit's supposed to hurt, bro. Ooh.
None from that squad remain.
Tracker out. Boom, tracker set.
Although the fucking human body is the most advanced fucking machine out there, bro, it still lacks.
Enhance my weapon. It seems stronger, doesn't it?
It doesn't fucking last that long, bro. That made me mini graver. That made me mini graver. Bam, headshot in my head right now. Bam.
More beautiful than before.
Somehow more beautiful than before.
We've an enemy there. Hooligan there.
Enemy shield cracked. Firing on enemy.
Go get him, Stinger.
Surging. Rage with me.
Tracker scanning.
Frag out.
Boom, tracker set.
Idiot with a firearm.
Un idiota con un fire.
Attenzione. Setting a tracker.
Enemy shield cracked. Reloading. Gateway set.
Taking damage.
Dannazione, taking damage. Un momento.
Oh, he's 1 HP. Literally 1 HP. On the other side of that.
Target scanned and tracked.
Enemy over there.
Stay away from my kill! Yeah, they ring killed him.
Last target. That squad is permanently banned. Sending out the tracker dart. Watch out.
Fuck you guys. I'm out. Oh fuck, fuck, fuck. Ooh, 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 ooh. You can't let us yet. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh. Oh, you can't let your shots, your booty.
Recharging my shields. Cover me. Un momento.
2 minutes. I'm going. I'll check right now.
I'm knackered. Need a moment to heal.
Getting help. I'm down.
Oh fuck.
1 minute at far range. Pausing to heal. I need help.
I'm going here. Come on.
She has to be the one that saves us. Take the other one. Send the other one. Send the other one. Send the other one. Run! There's low by my ult. Never mind. This one's right here. Someone has to show you number. You're safe. My God, bro, I want cake, bro. I want cake, and I want cake. There's chocolate cake inside the fridge right now, bro. I'm about to go get some right now. God damn, Jesse. God fucking damn. That calcium does help though. Everything helps from here, bro. What the fuck? Fucking. Jesse, nothing should be fucking hurting, bro.
Not used to taking bodies off the ground.
That is crazy, bro. I should start doing that. All I do is pig out fucking food and that's it. Bro, I'll be more hungry after that, bro. I need more bread.
My void nexus is lost. Wanna beg me for another? I need help.
That's crazy. The pillar too big. Oh fuck yeah, and those shits are fucking massive too, bro. The fucking creatine. Yeah, fuck, bro. But those shits give you so much energy. God damn, Jesse. You're at this point, who's doing more drugs, you or me, bro?
To go, and the ring's right there. Enemy landed near me.
Fucking luck, huh?
Care package over there. 30 seconds, and the ring's right there.
GG's. What the fuck is there a mosquito in the there's a mosquito in the room, bro. No, bro. We're fucking chilling, bro. We're fucking fine, bro. It's fucking peachy, bro. Fucking son of a bitch. Damn, fucking Jesse's like, you get all yours at Costco. Damn, yeah, nah. I could never. I don't think they'll ever add my drugs to Costco. I, imagine when it gets to that point, bro. If anything, it's convenient for the government to use to have a weed legal now. It's easy. People are easier to control when they're under the influence of something. Okay, push-ups here. I have to do at least 500 damage. If not, 20 push-ups. If push, remind me, okay? Cause I don't be fucking keeping track. Nah, it'll be nice. I would love for like to have like so you can go to a farmer's market, bro, and and there's a section for like weed, like edibles and shit like that. I don't think we'll get to that point because I can't sell if I make alcohol, I can't sell you alcohol, right? I can't tell you the alcohol that I make. I'm guessing. Bro, if Trump decriminalizes fucking weed, bro, he's gonna put everyone on his pocket, bro.
Conference was telling us about. Thomas remembers what he saw. He was driving down the two-way road. One.
Wait, we didn't win that game. I'm mad. We could have won that game, but nah.
We're close to the ring. We have 1 minute.
Dude, I saw a video today that supposedly buying what is it called? Organic pineapple juice is a waste of money. You can just make a bunch of it out of a fucking single pineapple. Oh yeah, you're fucking done looting now, bitch. Yeah, you are.
Boom! Tracker set. Enemy locations are on your map. Stick with me. I always find my mark.
Chess puto, bro.
10 seconds before the ring moves.
Attention.
We're close.
Evo
No
harvesters
excuses to get
are
by.
online.
Give me this one.
Enemy far. Don't let them slip away.
Guarda, enemy track. Opponent right here.
These ties bind.
Sending out the tracker dart. Dropping a tracker. Getting shot at.
He's dead, bro. He's dead. He's dead. He's dead.
That enemy's been tagged. Tieni duro. We got this.
Okay, I'm leaving.
Repairing damages. They will be found. Our squad fell.
Come on.
Avenge them. Care package there.
Bullseye. Enemy track. Opponent Opponent right here. Setting a tracker. Boom! Tracker set.
I'm under fire.
Enemy tracked. Opponent here, guns up.
Tearing through reality.
Target scanned and tracked. Oh, thanks.
Shields are depleted. Recharging. Healing.
Tracker dart out. Enemy locations are on your map. Stick with me. I always find my mark.
Bye, putos.
Replicator there. Stock up. Better safe than sorry.
I'm under fire.
They're only shooting him, bro. That's crazy. This guy has so much bad luck. Organic anything? You don't buy. Why not, Jesse? You got something against organic food?
Got an amp here. Enemy locations are on your map. Stick with me. I always find my mark.
Oh, we're about to get fucked, bro.
I'm recharging my shields.
I'm like, bro, what you mean? My fruit is not organic. Doesn't it grow out of the fucking grass? Out of the dirt?
You kill leader. Surely you can take the title from them.
Fucking god. The luck this man has.
Stick with me. I always find my mark. I leveled up. Which upgrade do I want? Oh, we should scout that area. Upgrade it and ready to fight to the death.
No, but sometimes they just, what I'm trying to say is like get at is sometimes they sell you way more. Like they charge you way more for shit that is like so cheap. That is crazy, bro. This was like
The next ring is far from our position.
Replicator incoming.
I'm going there. You would be wise to follow.
Enemy tracked. Opponent right here. Bring it out. Forza. Dropping a tracker. Target scanned and tracked. Snatched up teammate's banner. Ah, there's a new kit. Respawn beacon over there.
Reloading. We're close to the ring. We have 1 minute.
I used to buy organic, but then I became poor and I don't buy organic no more. But I didn't really care about that. For me, it's just if it's good, bro. That's just marketing for them to charge you more. I'm okay, thank you.
in 30, amici. Opponent right here. Tracker in place. I added the enemy's positions to your map. Non c'è di che. Tracker out.
One moment. I'm crafting.
Taking damage.
We're already in the thing. Now,
I should take so much damage, bro. Like I'm fighting the whole fucking.
Attenzione, enemy here. Setting it. Watch out, enemy here.
let's put you in a bind. Like a rat.
Reload.
Throwing frag.
Is this was said getting head?
Shield cracked. Tearing away.
Champion out. Firing stinger.
Fuck out of here! That shit doesn't go in there.
Shocking an outside. Come on, go here.
Enemy in the distance.
Throwing frag.
Caught with no way out.
Opening fire. Reloading. Third party arrived. They're gonna regret this. Reloading.
Taking fire.
Time to move this way.
I've been down. Unacceptable.
That enemy's been tracked. Opponents here, guns up. Tracker out, we're scanning for enemies. Guarda, enemy tracked. Opponent here, guns up. Replicator dropping in.
I'm not here. I'm not here. I'm not here. Nunca me ve. Nadie me ve.
1 minute.
Vamos.
Ni ring. I'm doing great. Setting a tracker. 45 seconds before ring close. I'm so close, I could crawl. Get the banner. We don't abandon our own. Getting shot at. Recharging my shields.
What am I gonna do, bro?
10 seconds to ring close. Not far, but not inside. Getting shot at. Recharging my shields. Un momento. You've got to heal. Nice. Only half the squads are left.
Attention. There is a new kill leader. Round 4. Beginning ring countdown.
I'm gonna die from this.
Replicator, dropping in. One minute, near ring. I'm doing great. Un momento, gotta heal. I'm close to the ring. 45 seconds is plenty.
You lost.
I survived to fucking die there.
Did you expect a different outcome?
Fucking shit, bro. Like, gave me a mini heart attack.
Lane going north, one.
I'm gonna go get the cake right now so I don't eat too late because I don't want to eat too late. Stay. I eat too late. It's a problem. I'll make a banana shake tomorrow. Jesse went for a snack too. Good girl.
Lane going south, there's not really much out there. It's just fields. It's fields and it's nearby Alligator Lake that we talked about in part 1 where all the alligators are. And then he sees this silver Lincoln pulled over to the side of the road. There is a man standing there near the driver's side with a backwards hat. He sees that up ahead. Thomas is driving towards the car that's pulled over on the side. And as he's passing, he sees that the man has something in his hand. Looks like a tire iron. Because he probably has a flat. He's changing his tire. Thomas is getting closer and closer, and he's going to slow down so he can pass the man safely. By this point, the man is leaned down next to his tire, and as Thomas's car passes, he looks up, and the two of them make direct eye contact. Thomas did not forget that face. He believes that face is Stefan Stearns. Thomas calls again. He's like, I'm going to call again till the authorities try to listen to me because, hello, I saw what I saw. Body is found in farmland on a big plot of land near where he said he saw the car.
Like just in the bushes?
Yes, and near a line of bamboo trees. She was wearing a green hoodie, blue jeans, and she was left lying in a fetal position. It is most people's beliefs that he was trying to drive to Alligator Lake to dispose of her in the lake. He got a flat tire, drove as far as he could on that flat tire, but eventually he had to pull over, and he couldn't get a spare tire with Maddie in the trunk. So he placed her body near the bamboo trees, fixed his tire, drove home. Maddie's cause of death is strangulation. Do you know what derivative immunity is? There's been a lot of outrage online that Jennifer Soto has received immunity for this case, but that is not true. She's received derivative use immunity, which means for this interview that she had in April. So the main interrogation was done March 1st, the day of the press conference, the day that Maddie's body is found. They questioned her again April 18th of 2024, and whatever she says in that interview, no evidence that is taken directly from her testimony can be used against her. But she does not receive immunity in this case. She can still be prosecuted based off of independent evidence that is found against her. Okay, so let me try to create a scenario. John is caught, and he was doing a minor powder transaction. He was purchasing powder from a good buddy of his. But he gets arrested, he's talking to the police, and he says, I actually have information on a bigger powder operation. Not a transaction, a whole operation. I can lead you to the big guys upstairs. But he's very scared because once I tell you about it, I'm incriminating myself. The authorities will then give him derivative use immunity. That means his testimony cannot be used directly against him in the future prosecution because you can't incriminate yourself. So let's say John tells him about the warehouse where they're storing the powder. Authorities go, they raid the warehouse, find the drugs. They cannot go and say, you knew about it, so we're arresting you. Unless John's other buddy, Kevin, comes along and Kevin says, hey guys, look at this picture I have of John in a lab coat cooking up in that facility. Then he can be prosecuted for the drug charges, just not through his own evidence.
Okay.
The police have to show that they obtained evidence against John through a completely independent source that is not John himself.
Yeah. But don't they usually do that to get some, like, lenience on their previous crime, right?
Yes. So that could work as well. But in this situation, I mean, they just want Jennifer to feel safe enough to say something.
Right. Because she's not being charged
As of
yet.
right now, yes.
Yeah, okay.
As of right now. We don't know if she will be. The detectives describe it to Jennifer as, quote, I also explained derivative use immunity, which means if you said there was a gun, and obviously there's no gun in this case, but you say there's a gun buried in your attorney's yard, we cannot go dig up that gun, even if you told us that. Yeah, the gun is used. It was right there in his yard. We cannot go dig it up. We wouldn't be able to do that. We would have to show that we learned all those things independent from this interview. Now they could go around asking, hey, does anybody know where the gun is?
What? Okay.
So there's one pertinent part of this interview. I mean, a lot of this interview is just repeats of what she said happened on Monday, or at least one variation of it, because all these people keep changing their stories. But there is this odd part where the officer asks her what Maddie would have eaten on her birthday party the night that she went missing. Jennifer lists off a Puerto Rican dish, and the officer says she's gonna have to spell it out for him because he can't really pronounce that. And she laughs like a little too hard. It's just weird. It's weird. She's like, ha 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 ha. But the main thing to come out of this interview is she states that there was one morning where Maddie just could not wake
Oh,
up.
I'm gonna make chicken pastor
Jennifer assumed it was
burritos
her
tomorrow,
medication
bro.
problem because she's
Chicken
on sleeping
pastor
pills,
tomorrow.
that maybe they gave her too many meds too late at night, so she was still groggy in the morning.
Get
But she
some
later
sleep,
realized that
Jesse.
it was because she
Get some
and
sleep,
Stefan
bro.
weren't communicating well, and she assumes that she had given Maddie her
Pastor
nighttime meds,
chicken
and then
burritos.
Stefan gave her nighttime meds.
Bro, I had that
claims he
second
didn't
burrito
know,
today.
But they effectively doubled
I'm so happy, bro. That's so fucking
Now,
clutch.
mind
I
you,
don't
in
have
a
to
lot of
cook,
the
just
CCAM
that shit,
videos
and
and
that's it.
pictures, Maddie was asleep.
Okay, bro.
So
Good night.
it
Good night,
feels
Jesse.
like perhaps Stefan was drugging her. The officer also hints at the fact that there's a conversation on Jennifer's phone about Maddie suspecting that Stefan had given her THC pills. But Jennifer claims, I don't remember that, and the topic moves on. Now, I assume we're going to hear more from that later on. I don't know. But a few other things from this interview include Jennifer had apparently told an officer early in the investigation that the sleeping arrangements with herself, Stefan, and Maddie were so strange because Jennifer's sister was staying with them. So she's like, oh, well, we all had to sleep together because Jennifer's sister was here. But turned out not to be true. Jennifer admits that that was not true in this interview. The conversation of her weird text message comes up near the end of this interview. Maddie had plans to go see her biological father in Texas prior to all of this. Jennifer texts him, the biological father, I hope nobody touches Maddie or films her under the bathroom. Which is an oddly specific thing to say. At first, Jennifer is like, I don't remember that. I don't remember that. But later she says, oh, I remember that text message. I think this was around the time, this is her saying this, I think this was around the time that an airline employee had taped his phone to the restroom to watch a child use the restroom so that they could secretly film it, but the child discovered it. Like, that's that. She's saying, like, that was that. Another quick question. Police want to know if Maddie is embarrassed of Stefan's car. If that's the case, why didn't Stefan just take her to school in Jennifer's car so that he could drop her off at the school, like at the front gate of the school? Now, side note, it's pretty clear that Maddie, she's deceased. At this point, they found her body. Stefan had no plans of dropping her off, but they're asking Jennifer why you didn't question that as a mother.
Okay, so back to what you just said about her text to the ex-husband,
Yes.
right? One suspicion would be she found out about what Stefan did.
Yes.
And this is her just listing it out because she was upset.
Mm-hmm. Now, mind you, Stefan was filming the roommate under the door.
Yes. And that will make her,
Yeah.
she no longer is innocent.
Exactly, because she invites him back into the house.
Yeah.
We don't know how, maybe she just saw he was secretly filming Maddie. Allegedly, this is our speculation theory, of course. And then still, why let him back into the house? Jennifer says she didn't question it because Stefan is not insured on her car.
You did let him drive your car after this occurred, though, right?
Yes, but he was very insistent because he wanted to go look for Maddie, and he had a spare on his car because he had a flat, so he couldn't drive his car. So he just really wanted to go out.
But what about this text message? June 16th, 2023.
You texted Stefan this. Maddie's no longer sleeping with me. I can't risk it. What does that mean?
No idea.
The most innocent reasoning would be, and it's not even that innocent, but the best case scenario would be that Jennifer was referring to not getting enough sleep because Maddie is a rough sleeper. But that means that was in 2023. If she said that Maddie is no longer sleeping with me, I can't risk it, she was claiming to the police up and down, Maddie always sleeps with me. Usually she doesn't sleep with Stefan. Stefan doesn't sleep with us. It's always me and Maddie. She never sleeps alone. So if she's not sleeping alone and she's not sleeping with you, who is she sleeping with? That's the most innocent variation of what that text could mean, but most netizens feel like this cryptic text means something else. There are speculations that Jennifer knew about the abuse, and even when the three of them shared the bed, he was theorized, this is a theory, that he was allegedly taking pictures of Maddie and essaying her in the same bed. Can't risk it. Netizens either think that she's referring to, I can't risk Maddie waking up in the middle of the night and knowing that I'm also here, Or I can't risk it, aka you're creating CSAM and my sheets and pillows are all in the background. That's what netizens theorize. Stefan has been arrested for CSAM, child essay abuse, as well as first-degree murder charges. And now the question is, with all of this, even this derivative use immunity interview, people feel like Jennifer is even more sketchy. This did not make her less sketchy in even the slightest amount. The main arguments against Jennifer, other than the ones that we've already covered in part 1, is that the very first initial response from the police, there's body cam footage, they come to talk to Jennifer about her missing child Monday night. Jennifer's trying to show them a picture of Maddie, and she's got to scroll through her phone quite a bit. A lot of netizens and parents think this is so strange. They say, if your child is not already your phone background, you've got pictures of them everywhere in your phone. I don't even have children. I have pictures of my nieces everywhere in my phone. It doesn't make sense. It just feels like Jennifer she doesn't care about her daughter. She doesn't attend her own daughter's birthday party. That's not even held on the day of her daughter's birth. It's like you could schedule that for when you're off then. And then it just feels like she could not physically care less about her own kid. Also, why the hell is Stefan staying with them? He and Jennifer are broken up at this point. It doesn't even make sense. She even tells officers, it wasn't until June of last year that we'd broken up, and I said, okay, I don't want to sleep with him in the same bed. Please move upstairs, and he moved upstairs. So you don't want to sleep with him in the same bed, but you want your 13-year-old daughter to sleep with him in the same bed. Jennifer's explanation for that is, I don't know if I was ever comfortable with that, the two of them sleeping together, but you told them to sleep together Sunday night. I did. That was a selfish move on my part. It's because I wanted a good night's sleep. I didn't want her kicking me or rolling onto me or waking me up to hear her alarm so that it woke me up. I wanted to keep sleeping until I needed to sleep because I just had not had that with my training schedule. I have had not a good night's sleep. My medication was out of whack. I was feeling funny and not like myself, and I knew that I needed another night's sleep and my medication in my body. Then why not just have your parents watch her? So Jennifer's grandmother lives nearby, and when Jennifer is working, she will actually do drop-off and pickups. She'll help watch Maddie. I'm not saying parents should become unstable or not take their medication or sacrifice their own physical health for their children, but there are certain things you can do to ensure the safety of both you and your child. Like, let her stay at grandma. She was already at grandma Sunday for the birthday party. In fact, she cried to grandma saying that she didn't want to go home that week. Then in other interviews, Jennifer and the other roommates, as well as Jennifer family members, they all mention that Jennifer is a deep sleeper. Her meds knock her out. Like, she will be out like a light to the point where she cannot hear anything. So she's saying, I needed my sleep. I didn't need anyone to bother me. Like, I'm so fragile and frail. I need my sleep. Ooh, I really need it. But then also, I didn't hear anything Sunday night because I just knocked out. I was so deep asleep. Additionally, she was not scheduled to work Monday or Tuesday, so she had a lot of time to recoup before going back to work. Furthermore, if Jennifer was someone who needed good quality sleep, why did she sleep with her quote-unquote nervous dog? I don't know about a nervous dog, but remember she said he came to put the leash on my nervous dog, and I had to help him in the morning.
Mm-hmm. Was the dog in the room with you?
Yes. He gets very nervous and will urinate. If you put the leash on him too directly, you have to like be nice and talk to him.
I don't know about you. If you have a nervous dog, they're typically very sensitive to noise and they're barking all the time and they're rummaging, they're pacing when they feel like something's happening, they growl, they grunt. I mean, they think everything is a potential threat. So it doesn't make sense. Another roommate said that she always saw Maddie and Stefan alone upstairs in room number 4. And she would even ask Jennifer because she thought that that was strange. Like, hey, is that okay for your daughter to just... This is not even a stepdad that raised her since she was young. This is not even a stepdad. This is not her biological father. It's not even a family member. And like sometimes a lot of abuse even happens within family members. So you can't even just... It was even weirder. Like, it's just... I can't think of a single explanation why that's okay, the roommate is saying. So she asked Jennifer, is that okay? Because that's weird.
I think for them to ask, there must be some off vibes.
Energy. It's not just like, oh, Maddie's bored. She didn't want to be alone. So they're like, and then Stefan is like, oh my God, I want to be alone. But this kid keeps bothering. Like, clearly something is weird. And Jennifer's like, no, he would never harm my daughter. Even one of the other roommates is more emotional when talking about what Stefan did to Maddie in regards of the abuse. She cries in the interview with the police. She's more emotional than Jennifer. She keeps saying throughout the interview, I wish I had paid more attention. I wish I had paid more attention.
Wow.
I wish I would have, like, saw or something. I would have paid more attention or something.
Which are the things that you would expect someone to say. Side note, there is this very emotional moment where the detectives tell the roommate, we received a tip, an anonymous tip, that you knew about the abuse, that you told someone about the abuse. That roommate was like, oh yeah, I live with this family. I think that there's abuse going on. Keep in mind, this is a high profile case. So this tip likely, I want to say personally, in my opinion, has no merit. I don't think it's real.
Bro, I would have killed myself if I knew anything, dog. I promise you.
I've never heard that kind of anger or upset or anything from Jennifer in any of her interviews. And then Jennifer, on one hand, she acts like the world's most micromanaging, attentive mom. Oh, I have to remind her to do things because she's forgetful. She has ADHD. I have to make sure that she takes her medication because I don't want her to take Adderall at night because then she can't sleep. And then what if she accidentally takes it? I have to do this. I have to do this. She pretends to be a micromanager whilst never attending an open house at her school, at Maddie's school. All of Maddie's teachers say, one of them said, you know, Maddie would have sleepy days, which were not normal. She would be zoned out and asleep through the entire period. You know how kids will sleep in school? This was not that. They say the level of this was just different. They told Maddie's mom about it. She did nothing. She just said, oh, it's her meds. So you are micromanaging, but at the same time, you don't notice anything. And by all accounts, if you mesh together Maddie's teacher, Maddie's friends, Maddie's family members, all of their testimonies and statements, it seems like Maddie was doing so much better mentally after Stefan moved out and was slowly recovering. That's what it feels like. They don't know that because they just think, oh, she's been a lot better. She's been more attentive and more focused on her schoolwork. She's been more creative recently. But if you kind of put the pieces together, she's recovering after he moves out. Even Jennifer tells an officer, Maddie had the typical teenage attitude. The sass, the talking back, the disrespect, the pushing boundaries. She was very much doing that. But that calmed down over the last few months. Got even better when Stefan moved out and went to Northport. That's what she says. It's hard to believe that Jennifer never once sat there and goes, why is that? Not even once? And then she said in a previous interview, they're best buds. Would you not be sad if your best bud moves out of the house? I would imagine that her behavior would get worse if they truly were best buds. And she sees this healthy father figure who loves playing board games with her innocently. One of Maddie's friends tells authorities that sometimes Maddie would just come to school crying. And then she would just say, it's fine, I just want to cry it out. But one of the most interesting things a few netizens have pointed out is the fact that, again, she's micromanaging medications, doing all of that, but then not really caring about Maddie at all, but also tracking Maddie's menstrual cycle. Jennifer mentioned that she has an app, and Maddie will come to her and tell her when she starts her menstrual cycle. A few netizens have pointed out, quote, I never tracked my daughter's cycle. I just have supplies in the house when she needs it. And consider this, Jennifer is a drugged out fart in a whirlwind. This is their comment, not mine. Like, she does not have her there. Jennifer does. Okay, she does not. Does she seem like a micromanager and super involved mother to you? But now she's tracking her menstrual cycle of all things? Now, according to Jennifer, she says, my entire day was focused around Maddie. I would wake up first thing in the morning, make sure she's ready, make her breakfast, get her backpack and water bottle ready. If she's taking lunch, get her some lunch ready. This is me doing this while she's getting ready. Make sure she takes all her medications before school, take her to school, come back. She was my entire life. Everything I did every day was for her. But again, according to teachers, she never even attended her daughter's open house. But then she's tracking her menstrual cycle. And this is another thing. I don't know if maybe, again, because I'm not a parent, I'm not entirely sure, but if I had a 13-year-old daughter, I would try to instill in her the responsibility of tracking her own cycle. So I would probably get her the app on her phone and remind her to track it. And if she doesn't, I can tell her to whip out her phone and we can track it together. But I don't know if I would track it on my phone and have her come tell me. Like, that's a little weird. Especially because Jennifer is not the type that's like, I need to have my eyes on everything. I am a perfectionist mother and I need to be hyper involved.
Oh, I'm gonna go to sleep already. I gotta go on tomorrow.
One day she's a hyper involved mom. The other day she doesn't care at all that her daughter is being abused. Like, it doesn't make any sense. And then there's all the other small inconsistencies. The day that Maddie goes missing, she goes to pick up Maddie from school, but she only waits outside for 10 minutes. Some netizens feel like she knows that Maddie's not coming out of school because a lot of them are saying, I wait for my kids for like 30 minutes outside and they take forever and they're annoying. You know, it's like, it happens. She also says it's normal for Maddie to forget her phone, but the officer tells her straight up in the interrogation room.
Her cell records and her cell data from her cell phone show it is not common for her to leave her phone at home. It is common for her to go to school with her. teenager leaves their phone at home, so they're attached to it.
She's left her phone home multiple
Her cell data shows that normally it goes with her, so that's intentional. You know it's intentional because he left his too.
Yeah.
Right? Whether it's an accident last Friday, this Monday was not an accident.
Regardless, investigators are clearly skeptical of Jennifer. One report reads, during the course of the investigation, Jennifer has been interviewed by detectives and the media. Jennifer has made numerous contradictory statements to detectives and media outlets. During initial interviews with patrol officers and detectives, she stated that Stefan took Maddie to school. During other statements, she said, we took Maddie to school. Jennifer's whereabouts are also inconsistent. She initially stated that she did not take Maddie to school because of a new job, and then she later stated that actually it wasn't her new job, she had a doctor's appointment that day. Which, side note, she had 2 doctor's appointments that day. One that she actually did attend for blood work, her annual exams, and then a second one that she canceled the day of. And they asked her why she canceled it, and she said, I didn't want to go to a $350 Botox appointment. Now, most of the time, in almost all the interviews, Jennifer complains about not having enough money because she's on disability, and she finally got a part-time job at Disney. So maybe she is a horrendous financial manager. I mean, I could see that totally. But also, $350 Botox appointment is a lot.
So why did she book it if she thought that was too much money? Right?
We don't know.
That's not something you find out a day of.
Yeah,
oh,
like how
300.
much it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird. There is a whole theory connected to this that we're going to get into in a second. Now, multiple officers tell her straight up to her face that they feel like she's covering up for Stefan.
And her reaction?
Her reaction is, no, I just want you to understand that we're all the same. We all have ADHD. We're all forgetful. As in her, Stefan, and Maddie. And then at the end of one interview, she even asks, how long does somebody go to jail for something like this? Please tell me it's so much. It sounds like she's trying to ask how long Stefan is going to jail, but she doesn't sound like a parent that's like, he better be behind bars for the rest of his life. Otherwise, the day he comes out, I'm going hunting. Like, that's not the vibe. It's giving, how long is he going to be gone for? If he did something to her that led to her death, yeah, he's going to prison for life. She lets out a sigh, but it doesn't sound like a sigh of relief. It almost sounds like a gut punch sigh to me. Like someone who is told very bad news. The cop continues, he's probably going to prison for life for the essay charges and the CSAM charges. So, like, multiple life sentences. Fine, Kim. Oh my God. What does that mean?
Fine?
Yeah.
What do you mean, fine?
Yeah.
Fine is a weird comment.
Yeah.
Fine.
It's not good. He deserves it and more. I hope he gets the death penalty. It's not that.
Yeah.
It's like, fine. It's weird. It's so weird. She also mentions how she trusts him very, very much. She trusted him all the time with her daughter, but also in the same interview, she mentions that he has bad judgment, doesn't make good decisions.
The whole brainwash them. Easy.